Hello and welcome to Biz Headlines on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Stella Jejam Suli. To our very first story for today, the government has missed out on its treasury bills target in its latest auction after recording an oversubscription last week. The government recorded a total of 4.394 billion in its latest auction, falling short of its target of 5.881 billion by 129 million Ghana cedis. During the auction on September 18, 3.778 billion was secured for the 91-day bill. However, the government accepted 441.43 million for the 182-day bill and 175.04 million for the 365-day bill. Last week, the government sold a total of 5.529 billion. Interest rates were set at 25.01% for the 91-day bill, 26.81% for the 182-day bill, and 28.07% for the 365-day bill. Moving on, the managing director of the Electricity Company of Ghana, Samuel Dubik Mahama, has resigned from his position. The now former ECG boss is said to have resigned in a letter to the board chairman of the Electricity Company of Ghana, providing no official reason for the resignation. There had not been any prior information to his resignation, as people close to the matter have been tight-lipped about it. This has come as a surprise to many, as Mahama has only been in office for the past 2 years. Dubik Mahama was appointed by President Lowdown and resumed office on May 16, 2022. In more news, a team of Ghanaian researchers have discovered a new mineral called tantalum in the southern belt of southern Ghana. This mineral is found in significant quantities within an igneous rock known as pegmatite. The paper is titled Geochemical Exploration for Tantalum in coltan-rich pegmatite at Bewaze-Mankwazi area of the Kibi-Winneba Belt, southern Ghana. Constraints from exploratory data analysis. Their study involved petrographic analysis of rock samples from pegmatite outcrops and statistical analysis of major and minor elements to identify pathfinder elements of the tantalum deposit. 10 samples were collected from each town for whole rock geochemistry, and theme sections were prepared for petrographic analysis. Now, the Ministry of Finance has announced that the government is on course to pay the judgment debt owed to Trafigura. In an earlier report, Trafigura had threatened to seize Ghana's assets in South Africa after it failed to pay its judgment debt of over $134 million. In a letter from Trafigura's Ghana Power Generation Company to the Minister for Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, which has been cited by GhanaWeb, Trafigura indicated that in addition to the 16 banks with ties to the government of Ghana, it plans to subpoena US-based corporations affiliated with the government. Further to our letter of September 2024, to which we have not yet received a response, we can confirm that we have today filed the relevant papers to commence enforcement of the arbitral award in South Africa. As a courtesy, we have enclosed at Annex 1 the fillings with this letter service on the government of Ghana through diplomatic channels may take some months, end quote. Away from that, the Ghana Airports Company Limited has announced plans to relocate all regional airlines from Terminal 3 of the Kotoka International Airport to Terminal 2 in order to recongest the Terminal 3 and revitalize the Terminal 2 section of the airport. The exercise targets regional airlines including Air Côte d'Ivoire, ASKY Airlines, Ibom Air, Air Peace and Africa World Airlines. The GACL tabled an effective date of December 1, 2024. The affected airlines, on the other hand, raised issues about the short time frame and the need to ensure that facilities at Terminal 2 were up to the highest standard, since their passengers also pay a significant amount as airport passenger service charge as their other African and non-African carriers. So our very last story for today, investors affected by failed fund management companies that had their licenses revoked in November 2019 are set to have their accounts credited by the end of this month. This comes after the government, through the Securities and Exchange Commission, recently approved the release of a 1.5 billion Ghana cedi bailout package. The funds, which will be released in tranches, are made up of 700 million in August 2024 and 400 million each in October 2024 and December 2024. The latest development follows the conclusion of engagement between the lead fund manager, GCB Capital, and investors over the roadmap for the first tranche of 700 million Ghana cedis. Additionally, the final terms of the agreement contained in the roadmap are expected to be received by the end of September. And that'll be all for Biz Headlines this week. For more of our news stories, do log on to our website at www.GhanaWeb.com. Also follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The GhanaWeb. My name is Stella J. Jomsogli. Do have a lovely weekend.